Hello everyone, Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel where I love to bring you the best tips and tools to inspire you to create beautiful home decor on a budget. And today I am here with 4 Father's Day DIY gift ideas along with a little bonus gift idea. So with all that being said, let's get crafting. For today's first gift idea, we're going to do this dresser box catch-all using one of these bracket boxes from Dollar Tree, some antique wax, and a stencil from Magnolia, and some feet from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the bracket from the front of the box, just so we can do the antique wax all around the outside, and then we'll put that bracket back on. So using the baby wipe, we'll dip it in a little bit of the antique wax and then wipe that on the sides of our box. I am also going to go up around the edge as well. And like I said, once that's dry, we will put the bracket back on the front of our box. Next, using this stencil from our Dad Minis by Magnolia Design Co., I'm going to put one of each of these words on the other 3 sides of the box. So I'm just using some white chalk paste, and like I said, I'm just going to stencil one word on each side. And here's all 3 sides of the box and then the bracket on the front. The last thing I'm going to do here is I have these 4 brass feet. These are sold at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to attach these to my box with E6000, putting a little on the bottom and the 2 sides of each of the corner brackets for the feet. These are really easy to add a decorative touch to any box on the corners and to add feet. So I'm going to get all 4 of these down with E6000, and then we'll let those dry completely. And here's our finished box. You can see it's a great catch-all for a wallet and keys. You can put change in it. And of course, you can use this idea for other holidays or gift giving besides Father's Day. Just change up the words that you stencil on the sides. If you're stopping by my channel for the first time today, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. I hope you'll consider sticking around by hitting that subscribe button. And I hope everyone taps the bell. Make sure your notifications are set to all so YouTube should let you know each time I upload a new video or go live here on my channel. And if you're one of my returning viewers or subscribers, thank you so much once again for your continued support of my channel. For gift idea number 2, we're going to make this photo wallet brag book. I'm using this placemat that I found at Walmart, some elastic cording, and some more ink, and another stencil from the Dad Minis. So this reversible placemat had canvas and leather, faux leather on one side, and then all faux leather on the other side. So what I decided to do was cut off that strip that was just the faux leather, and it kind of reminded me of an old-fashioned traveler's notebook. So here I'm kind of figuring out how much space to be on each of the trifold pieces, and then we're going to turn this into a little traveler's notebook style photo brag book. So here, once I've figured out where the left binding is going to be, I'm putting 3 small holes at the bottom. I'm going to do 3 small holes also at the top. This is where our elastic cording is going to go in and out. That we'll be able to put our little photo brag book or little calendar or anything inside our little leather book that we're making. I am going to use a straight edge to make sure I'm getting these dots straight across from each other before I punch the holes. And here for my 3 at the bottom and 3 at the top, I'm using a little handheld 1/8 inch hole punch, and I'm just trying to get those all 3 evenly spaced and straight across. I'll do top and bottom. And then for the hole in the middle, I'll need to use my Crocodile Big Bite because this small little hand punch will not reach all the way to the middle. Before we string the elastic cord in, I am going to use one more of these stencils from the Father or the Dad Minis, World's Greatest Dad. I am going to use ink to stencil this onto the front of our little photo brag book. And because this is ink, I am going to use my heating tool just to heat set this ink, make sure that it is dried completely. Now this is a little calendar insert I already had made. I'm just measuring it to see the dimensions of it, and I'm going to cut some cardstock in natural craft and also in black to make some little booklets that can go in here as well, that it would be really easy to add pictures to, kind of make like a couple mini scrapbooks to go inside this little photo wallet. So my pieces of cardstock here are 8.5 by 5, and now I'm folding them in half so that they will be 4.25 by 5. I'm making 4 that are black and 4 that are craft paper, and then we're going to just set these inside each other to make little booklets, and these will go on the elastic inside our photo wallet. So now to get our elastic strings on the inside of our book, you can see I am pulling the elastic from the outside to the inside, and then I'm going up. I'm going on the outside to the next hole, and now I'm going down to the bottom of the middle hole. Then on the outside, I'm going over to the last row, up to the top. Now comes the tricky part where now I'm going to take that top string, I'm going to go through that middle hole again. So I just kind of have to pull the other string that's already in there to the side and be able to get that string into that center hole so it's back on the inside of our little book here. So pull that in. And now our bottom piece, well, you want to get these kind of tight, but not too tight. So it does take a little finagling, and I probably should have only done 2 holes at the top and 2 at the bottom to get 3 strings, because now I'm going to end up with 4, but that's okay. So I'm cutting a little bit of extra on my bottom string and doing the same thing on the bottom. I'm taking that piece, going back through the center hole. So now I have my 2 ends in the middle, and I'm going to tie them in a knot to make our 4th string on the inside of our book. Now I need one more piece of elastic that I'm going to use to make the band that will go around the outside. I'm taking that piece, folding it in half, and I'm pushing the 2 ends through that center hole to put it on the inside of our book. And once I get those through there, I'm going to end up tying a knot so that the resulting band can fit snugly around the outside of our book. And now we can tuck our booklets in. We just open them to the middle and then slide them under one of the strings. And this is how we attach them inside our little photo brag book. You see I did the black set of pages, the natural craft, and then I'm taking this little calendar book that I have. It's a little bit taller, but fitting those in, and then you can see how this just folds up and the band goes around the outside. For a complete list of all the tools and supplies I've used in today's projects, please open up the description box below the title of this video. There you will find links to my Magnolia Design Co website, my Amazon storefront, and a complete list for each project of the tools and supplies that I used. So this next idea is not obviously something I made. This is something that was sent to me from Got Voom. This is the Free Village Ice Maker countertop machine with self-cleaning function. I was given this to try out, and since the ice maker in our refrigerator freezer has not worked for a very long time, we were all very excited to try this out. The instructions are very easy to understand. You can choose 2 different sizes of ice cubes, and it is very quiet when it is running, making the ice cubes. So check out the link in the description box of the video if you're interested in learning more. For gift idea number 3, we're going to make this personalized ball cap using a plain cap from Walmart, a piece of canvas fabric, some black ink, and another stencil from the Dad Minis. So I just have a scrap piece of canvas here. I'm going to apply my stencil down, and then we're going to stencil it onto the piece of canvas with some black ink. Once we've heat set our ink with a hot iron, I'm going to now just trim out around our stenciled image with a little bit of a same border. And then I'm going to start pulling pieces of the threads out to give it a fringe look. Next, I'm going to use some of my fabric hot glue, and I'm going to glue the patch in place on the front of the ball cap. I decided it was a little plain, so I decided to take some black thread, and I'm going to just go in and out around the patch with some black thread to give it a stitched look. And here's the finished hat. Remember, you can use this idea for any theme. It does not have to be Father's Day. Hats are great for our mini stencils. If you love budget home decor DIY videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up, as that lets YouTube know people are enjoying my content and they'll show it to more and more viewers. And our final gift idea for this video is this toolbox or drink caddy made out of 2 Dollar Tree cutting boards and 2 packs of the 5-gallon paint sticks and a couple more of our stencils. So the first thing I needed to do was cut down my 5-gallon paint sticks. I believe I cut them at about 9.5 inches. So 3 sticks would give me 6 pieces, and I did this to 6 sticks, giving me 12 pieces. Then taking the 2 cutting boards from Dollar Tree, I'm just using the baby wipe method again to apply some antique wax just to give them a little bit of a more darker look. And I'm going to do the front sides and then let those dry before I do the back sides. Here are the 6 pieces I'm going to use for the sides of my toolbox caddy, and I'm going to do the antique wax on them, as well as 3 more pieces that will be on the bottom of our caddy. Now that our cutting boards are stained and dry, I'm going to use 2 more of these Dad Mini stencils, and I'm going to stencil them on the cutting boards with white chalk paste. Now taking 3 of the paint stick pieces, I'm going to use a combination of wood glue and hot glue right here on the ends, and I'm going to glue the bottom of one of the cutting boards to this glue and getting it to stand up. It will be one of the side ends of the crate. So you can see how I'm standing that up there. I'll put a bottle of Mod Podge behind it to try and hold it up nice and straight. But that hot glue does give it a pretty permanent bond right away. Once I had the other cutting board glued onto the other side, I'm taking this little dowel and I'm putting it through the holes in both of the cutting boards. This will be our little handle. And now I'm taking our other pieces and we're going to glue these on the sides of our caddy. And here's our finished little toolbox or caddy. You can see it holds about 3 cans. It probably would hold some bottles in it as well. I think this is so adorable and would be really cute to put your utensils in as well for a picnic. Thanks once again for being here today. Please let me know in the comments which of these projects was your favorite, and we'll see you next time. Take care.